Hello everyone, welcome to the 15th lecture for our course. Actually, we have started the course in last semester for water supply and wastewater management, but in that series of lectures we have missed few numericals related to the topic population forecasting by using geometric methods and arithmetic methods, right? We have discussed the methods in detail, but we didn't solve any problems for that topic. So in today's lecture we will solve two numerical problems. One numerical problem will be based on arithmetic method, and the second problem will be based on geometric method for the population forecasting, right? So let's start first with the arithmetic method. First we will solve a numerical problem related to arithmetic method, but before that we have a formula for arithmetic method, which is Pn is equal to P naught plus n x bar. This is bar. X bar, right? So in this formula, what is P? Let's write down the abbreviations of the word. Pn represents the year for which the population is to find. Okay, this represents the year for which we are finding out the population, and then P naught means the population of the last year, okay, the latest year. And then what is n? N represents the year for which we are finding population minus last year divided by 10. 10 is for decade, okay, for one decade. That's the reason of using 10. So n is equal to the year for which you are finding the population divided by last year divided by 10. You will understand these terms after solving the numerical problem. Let's first write down these abbreviations, and then x bar is equal to, that means mean per decade increase in the population, within the 10 years is x bar. This is x bar, okay. This is x bar. So this is the formula for arithmetic method. Let's try to solve a numerical problem for arithmetic method. Let's write down the statement uh, problem 1, right? Let's change the color to black. And statement given to us is we are given with a date with some data, year, and then we are given with population, and then that's it. We are given with year and population. Years are 1980, 1990, and 2000 and 2010. And the population for each year is, in 1980 the population is 40,000. In 1990 the population increased and it becomes 60,000. In 2000 the population further increased to 80,000, and in 2010 the population increased to 100,000. Okay, now we are asked to estimate the population of the town in 2030 by using arithmetic method. Got it? So this is the data given to us, and we are asked to find out the population in 2030, okay, by using arithmetic method. So let's first write down the formula for arithmetic method. As we know that Pn is equal to P naught plus n x bar. So this solution will be, the first thing you need to write down is the formula. What is the formula? Pn is equal to P naught plus n x bar. Okay, n x bar. So this is our equation number 1. Let's see if we got everything in this equation or not. If not, we will find everything and then put in this. Do we have P naught? The first thing we need to see is P naught. What does P naught means? P naught is the population of the latest year, right? So the population of the latest year is given to us here. The last year is 2010, right? So the population is given 100,000. This is going to be our P naught. So we got P naught. Now we need n and x bar. What is n? N is the year for which we are finding the population minus last year divided by decade, right? Let's try to find out n first. As we have discussed above that n is equal to the year for which we are finding the population, for which year we are finding the population, 2030, right, minus last year. Last year is 2010 divided by 10. So what is n? N will be equal to the year for which we are finding population right, minus latest year we are given last year, then divided by 10, right, decade. So what is what will be n? The year for which you are finding the population is 2030, right? Minus last year given to us is 2010, and then divided by 10. So n is going to be 2030 minus 2010 means 20. 20 divided by 10 is equal to 2. So the value of n in our case will be 2, right? Two is going to be the value of n. N is equal to 2. So what's next? We got the value of p0 and n, right? Now we are supposed to find x. For x, we need to draw the table, because what was x? X is the mean per decade increase in population, right? So for that we need to draw the table again. Year is given to us, and the second thing given to us is population, and then here we will find x bar. Okay, years given to us is 1980, 1990, 2000 and 2010, and the population given to us is 40,000, 60,000, 80,000 and 100,000. So the x bar is going to be population increase per decade, right? This is the first year the population is given to us. For the first year is 1980, so we cannot write any increase or change in the population, because before 1980 we don't know any population for the reference, so we cannot write the x bar for the first year given to us, which is 1980. So you will keep it blank. In 1990, how much population is being increased? It is going to be 60,000 minus 40,000, right? The increase is 20,000, and in 2000 the increase is 80,000 minus 60,000. There is again 20,000 increase in population, and in 2010 the increase in population is again 20,000, because 100,000 minus 80,000 is 20,000. So these are values of x, right? These are values of x. Year and population, this is x. Now we are supposed to find the value of x bar, right, for the above formula. So what will be x bar? X bar is mean, right? So we need the mean value of this. So that means that we need there are three terms, right? We need to add them up and divide it by 3, because there are three terms. 20,000 plus 20,000 plus 20,000 divided by 3. It will give us the value of x bar. So x bar is equal to 60,000 divided by 3. 60,000 divided by what? Divided by 3. Sorry, 3. So the answer will be how much? X bar will be equal to 20,000. Got it? So I think now we got everything which was required in the formula to find out the population in year 2030, right? So we were supposed to find P naught. We got it. N, we got it. X bar, we got it. We got all the three things. Now we are just going to put all those three things. P naught is this one, right? This is our P naught. So we got all three things. So just put them in equation 1 and let's see what is going to be the population. Equation 1 will become what? Pn is equal to P naught plus n x bar. What is Pn? As we said that Pn represents, Pn is the year for which the population is to find. For which year we are finding the population? For 2030, right? Or you can write it as P let me write it with pen. P 2030. P 2030 is equal to P naught. What is P naught? The latest population given to us is 100,000, right? Plus n into x bar. This is x bar, right? We got n. What is n? N is 2 and x bar is 20,000. So n is going to be 2, x bar is 20,000. Just solve it and you will get the population in 2030. So population in 2030 for the town on the basis of the above given data will be, when you calculate it, you will get 140,000 and the unit of population will be persons, right? Your individuals. So this is our answer. This is our answer. This is our answer for the above question. Got it? So this was the arithmetic method to find out the population for any town with the help of the given data. Now there is another method to find out the population or population forecasting. That is known as geometric method. Before moving to the geometric method, we need to know one thing. Let's try to solve another problem related to arithmetic method. Sorry, there is problem. There is problem number 2. Problem number 2 is, again we are given with some data, year and population. Year given to us is 1950 and then 1960, 1970, 1980 and 1990, and the population for each year is 1000, 10,000, and then 20,000, and then 30,000, and then 50,000. So what we are asked? We are asked to find the population in the year 2020 using arithmetic method. Okay, so we can easily find it because we already know the formula to find out the population by using arithmetic methods, right? So what was the formula? Our formula was, Pn is equal to P naught plus nx bar, right? So we need to, this is the population of the latest year is P naught, right? So now we need to find n and x bar. What is n? We can find n is equal to the year for which we are finding the population, 2020, right? Minus 2020 minus the year, the latest year which we are given with, which is 1990, then divided by 1 decade, right? Divided by decade means 10. So the value of n is going to be 3. The next thing we need to find is x bar. For x bar, first we need to find the value of x. Let's find it here. We need to redraw this table. You have to redraw this table and find out the x. For x, there will be no value for the first year. The second year, this one minus this one, and then this one minus this one, and this one minus this one, and this one minus this one will give you the value of x. This is 9,000, right? Then 20,000 minus 10,000, 10,000, then 30,000 minus 20,000 is 10,000, and 50 minus 30,000 is 20,000. This is our x, but x bar is the mean, right? So to find out the mean, we need to add them all. 9,000 plus 10,000 plus 10,000 plus 20,000 divided by what? There are 4 terms, right? So you need to divide it by 4. So the value of x is going to be, x bar is going to be 12250. 12,250 is the value of x bar. So now we have everything, right? Let's mark them. We got all 3 required values. This is our P naught, this is our n, and this is our x bar. Now we just need to put them in equation number 1. Okay, let's say this is our equation number 1. So equation 1 will become equation 1 will become Pn, the year for which we are finding population, right? So P 2020 is equal to P naught. P naught is the population of the last year given to us. So what is the population last year given to us is 50,000, right? So there is 50,000 plus n. What is the value of n? N is 3 multiply by x bar. X bar is 12,250. Solve it and you will get the population for 2020 on the basis of the given data. So the population is going to be 86,750%. So this is the population we got. Got it? So this was, both the problems were based on the arithmetic method. So now let's move to the next method. Before moving to the next method, we must know that why there is the need of another method. If we got already one method like arithmetic method to solve out or do the future forecasting of the population, why do we need geometric method? So the answer is that, what is our question? Why do we need another method for population forecasting if we already got arithmetic method? The answer is that we need it because it has some drawbacks. It means the arithmetic method has some drawbacks. What are the drawbacks? The first drawback is that it gives us the lowest possible value of the population. Okay. The second drawback is that it is good or feasible for old and settled cities, towns or areas. Okay, the cities which are already settled, for those sort of cities, areas or towns, you can use arithmetic method to find out the future population, or you can do the population forecasting. But if the cities are not settled, then this method is not going to be valid, and it is not going to give you the most closed value of population, future population. So for that reason we came up with another method to find out the population forecasting or population in future. That is known as geometric method. So for geometric method, the formula we got is Pn, the year for which you are finding the population, will be equal to P naught, similar to the previous, into 1 This is 1 plus R divided by 100, and n is as a power to the whole. This is our equation, mathematical expression to find out the population in the given year using geometric method. So here, what is Pn? Pn is same as the previous. Pn is the year for which we are finding population, right? And P naught is again similar. P naught is the value of latest population given. Okay, and again n is the same thing. N is equal to population finding year, the year for which we are finding the population, like in 2020. Then we need to subtract that population with the latest year given to us, and then divide that by 1 decade. 1 decade is 10 years, right? This is n. Now here, what is R? In previous case we were finding x, right? But in this case we have R. R is mean per decade percentage increase in population. So in previous case, in arithmetic method, we were considering the mean per decade increase in population, but in this case we are considering the mean per decade percentage increase in population. That's the main difference. So let's try to solve a problem, and we will use this equation. The problem number 1 for geometric method is, for that we are given with some data, year and population. The years given to us are 1960 and then 1970, 80, 90. Okay, 1970, 1980, and then 1990. And the population against each year is 10,000, 30,000, 65,000, and 100,000. Okay, so this is what we are given with. This is the data. Now we need to find the population in which year. Estimate the population for the year 2020 using geometric method of population forecasting. Okay, we need to find the population in year 2020 using geometric method. So considering the formula, let's try to write down the formula first. Solution. After solution, the first thing we need to write down is the formula, and then we will see what we got and what we need to find. As we know that the formula for geometric method is Pn is equal to P naught into 1 plus R divided by 100 all raised to the power n. As we said that this is the latest population given to us is our Pn, right? So we got Pn. This is equation number 1. Now we need R and N. So let's first try to find out N. What is N? N is equal to the year for which we are finding the population, 2020, right? Minus the year, the latest year given to us. The latest year given to us is 1990 divided by 1 decade, which is 10. This is going to be 30 divided by 10 and is equal to 3. So the value of n is 3. Now we are just left with R. We need to find R. For R, we need to redraw the above table. Let's redraw the table. Year is given to us. The years are 1960, 1970, 1980 and 1990, right? And the population is given to us. Population is for 1960 10,000, 30,000, 65,000 and then 100,000. So now we need to find R. For R, we first need to find X as we did in the previous method. So the first thing we need to find is X, and then we will find R with the help of X. Okay. So let's see how we can find R. For X, we already know that first term we don't need to do anything. For the second term, we need to subtract this with the previous population. We will get 20,000, right? 20,000. Then this minus this is 35,000. This minus previous population is again 35,000. So these are the values of X. So with the help of X, we can now find R. Okay. So for R, we need to do one thing. R is equal to, actually R is the value of corresponding X divided by 10,000. Okay. Divided by population of previous year. Let's try it out. Again, for R, for first year it is going to be nil, because in formula you can see we need population of previous year. For the first year given to us 1960, we do not have any previous year. So again, similar to the X, the first value for R will be nothing, it will be blank. And the second term, try to use this formula, x divided by population of previous year, right? So what is x? X in this case is 20,000, right? Divided by population of previous year. What is the population of previous year? Population of previous year is 10,000. Got it? And then multiply that with 100 and you will get the answer in percentage, which is going to be 200%. Similarly, for next, x divided by population of previous year, right? In this case, the x is 35,000 divided by population of previous year. What is the population of previous year in this case? If you are finding for 1980, the previous is 1970, so the population for 1970 is 30,000. 30,000 multiplied by 100 and you will get 116.6% is the value of R for the last x divided by population of previous year. X here is 35,000 divided by population of previous year is 60,000. Multiply by 100. You will get the answer 53.84%. So these are values of R. Now we need, as we said, that R is the mean, right? Mean per decade percentage increase. So to find out the mean, what we need to do, R mean is going to be equal to, we need to sum up all the values of R and divide it by 3 because there are 3 terms. 200 plus 116.6 plus 53.84 and then divide it by 3 because there are 3 terms. Okay, years, values of x, got it. So what is the value of R? Value of R will be equal to 123.5%. This is the value of R. So we got everything, whatever we needed for our formula. This is R and this is R, this is our value of N and this is our value of P naught. So we got all the three terms. Now we just need to put all these values in equation number 1, this equation. So let's see. Equation 1 will become population N is equal to P naught into 1 plus R divided by 100 power N, right? So Pn is the population for which for the year which we are finding, P 2020, right? 2020. And the value of P naught, latest population given to us, is 100,000 and 1 plus the value of R, we have find it 123.5 divided by 100 and then power N. The value of N we got is 3, right? N is 3. Just put all these values in the calculator and find out the population for 2020 using geometric method, which is going to be 1116433. So the population So the population in 2020 on the basis of the given data by using geometric method is going to be 111,000. Sorry, it's going a bit up. Yeah, it's 1990, right? So that's right, it's fine. So the value is around 1.1 million, I guess, right? Just the population in 2020. So this is the geometric method. So the basic difference you need to remember is that in geometric method, first thing is you need to remember the formulas. Then after formulas, for arithmetic method you just need x bar, but geometric method we need r. So x bar is just the mean mean per decade increase in population, but r is the mean per decade percentage increase. So in this case we need in the form of percentages the increased population in geometric method, but in case of arithmetic method we just need the increase in population per decade. So this is the basic difference between these two methods. This method gives us more accurate values, so we can use these methods for those series which are not settled, right? Like there are some new cities which are supposed to be have some sort of development, industrial development in the coming years, and if there is an industrial development, then obviously people from the other towns will move to the in that city, and the population is going to be increased. So in such cases we can use this method, geometric method, but we cannot use arithmetic method. Arithmetic method is preferred or is considered to be good for those cities which are already settled, and there is very less chances or probability of uh, increase in population of the city because there is already settled, right? For in such cases we can use arithmetic method. So these were two basic and important methods for the calculation of population in the coming years, or we call it population forecasting. So that's it. These were two methods, and we have solved three numerical problems. I hope you guys got everything in this lecture. So we are done with this lecture here. Let's close it here and see you guys in next video with some other important topics. Till then, goodbye.